Namaste to everyone. In the previous lectures, we had a detailed discussion on Lord Sri Venkateswara's eyes, forehead, nose. Today, we are going to have a discussion on the lips of Sri Venkateswara. After doing my research on Lord Sri Venkateswara, I felt myself to inform the devotees about the importance of each part of Lord Sri Venkateswara. The lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara, as depicted in the ancient scriptures, are not simply a physical attribute, but a powerful symbol of divine grace, eloquence, and spiritual potency. To devotees, the very image of Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips evoke a sense of purity and divine blessing. Though the words that emanate from his lips, the Lord bestows his compassion, wisdom, and guidance, all of which lead his devotees towards spiritual liberation and worldly prosperity. In many of the hymns and sacred texts, the lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara represents the embodiment of divine speech, which is considered to be the very source of creation, protection, and sustenance of the universe. His lips are not just an aesthetic feature, but the very channel through which his blessings flow. Whether through his smile, his sacred mantras, or his words of comfort, Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips form a vital link between the divine and the devotee. In this discourse, we will explore the deeper symbolism of the lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara, analyzing the reference found in the Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, and the hymns of the Tamil Alwars. First, let us discuss Sri Venkateswara Suprabhatam about Lord Venkateswara's lips. The poet Pratidvi Bhayankara Annan beautifully describes Lord Venkateswara's divine nature. Yasovartana Kantaram Vande Vamsa Nivasinam Tamah Pradikam Hasya Bhaktisam Pranapradham. In translation of this verse, it says, I salute the Lord, the enhancer of the fame, who resides in the hearts of the family, the remover of darkness, and the one who grants life to the devotees. The meaning of this verse says, though the verse does not directly refers to the lips, it metaphorically emphasizes the Lord's divine grace that emanates from his being and particularly through his speech. The removal of the darkness and granting of life can be interpreted as a symbolic of the divine words emanating from the Lord's lips, which bring knowledge, wisdom, and sustenance to the soul of the devotees. That is the importance of this sloka. Lord Venkateswara's speech is not just a sound, but the cosmic vibration of the upholds the universe. Therefore, his lips symbolize the ultimate power of speech, create, protect, and preserve the cosmos. Vishnu Sahasranama, the verse 15 mentions Angira Sampitaram Deva Nunala. In translation, the verse mentions that the God is the father of the sage and also their spiritual teacher. He embodies the supreme knowledge through his words and teachings. The verse highlights the connection between the divine speech and the ultimate wisdom that sustains the cosmos. Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips, though their divine eloquence, offer the wisdom that guides the universe. His words have the power to uplift, guide, and liberate, and through his speech, the Lord bestows knowledge and that ultimately leads to the moksha, that is spiritual liberation. In Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 7.10.4, it mentions that Yasva Smarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchyate Namaswami Vande Gurupadam Natam. By remembering the name of the Lord, even for a moment, one is freed from the bondage of birth and death. I bow the feet of the Guru who has the power to liberate through his speech. Here, The verse draws the attention to the Vak Shakti of Lord Sri Venkateswara or Mahavishnu. His divine words, which are symbolized by his lips, possess the power of liberate the soul for the endless cycle of birth and death. This exemplifies how Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips are the source of both spiritual and physical liberation. Now let us look into the Vedic references about the concept of speech, that is Vak, how deeply it is rooted in Vedic literature. In Vedas, speech is not merely a form of communication, it is the cosmic force that plays a central role in the creation and maintenance of the universe. For example, in Rigveda 10.125.7, it invocation of speech is considered the medium through which the entire universe is created. The power of speech emanated from the gods and sustained creation. The verse Gachanto Devacha Saha Yesham Purohitam Brahmanam Suprishtam Rane. In translation, the verse says that by the words of the gods, the Supreme speaks through his words, the universe is created. It means the verse acknowledges the divine speech as the vehicle of creation, and the divine words emanates from the mouth of the gods, which would include the divine lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara. His lips is the foundational force that sustains the creation of life in the cosmos. Another verse from Taittiriya Upanishad 1.1, it mentions that Om Brahmavachaha Brahmanam Vacham Samitvai Bhuram Sthulam Chiram Prajab Trikshatam Samasritam Chyaha. In translation, the verse says, speech is Brahman, speech is the universe, speech is the ultimate truth. Realization of speech brings one to the state of Brahman. The verse emphasizes the supreme status of speech, that is Vak, in Vedic tradition. It suggests that the realization of divine speech, which emanates from the lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara, leads to the spiritual enlightenment and union of the ultimate reality of Brahman. We will find a good number of references, speeches of Lord Mahavishnu, or we can say Sri Venkateswara. Here is an example from Vishnu Purana 1.22. It refers Bhagavan Vachanam Tena Manasa Sutavastute Vachanam Divanam Samam Papanasam Unmatihi. In translation, the Lord spoke to his devotees, revealing the supreme knowledge, his speech filled with grace, and through his divine words, he grants liberation to his devotees. It means Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips, as a source of divine speech, have the power to grant supreme knowledge and liberation to his devotees. This verse demonstrates the life-altering power of his words and the blessings they bring. In Bhagavad Purana 10.33.36 describes the divine speech of Lord Krishna, who shares many divine qualities with Lord Sri Venkateswara. The verse says, Vachanam srunyanti santam tam suddham sukadam gruham jo bhaktam sri matam sarva siddham natyam samsarvaham nyayatam saraha. This verse highlights the melodious and smoothing quality of Lord's speech, symbolized by his lips. His words are not only full of wisdom, but also brings joy, peace, and contentment of the hearts of his devotees. Is beautifully the verse has been described about Lord's lips. Now let us look into the aspects of the Alwars verses, how the Alwars described the lips and also the speeches of Lord Sri Venkateswara. The Tamil Alwars, mystic poets of South India, often emphasizes the divine beauty and grace with his collection. Many hymns are specifically dedicated to Lord Venkateswara of Tirumala, reflecting the deep devotion and how the Alwars felt for their deity. Here is an overview of the select hymns from the Divya Prabandhams that describes the idol of Lord Sri Venkateswara. Nammalwar, in his Tirumudi 1.9, poetically describes Lord Vishnu's divine lips as
அருண்களிர் சிறனல் அஞ்சலோ ஓர் கனியாய் பிறப்பிலே மறுகொண்டு வைத்த தூரமாயினி கண்டுவிடல் நாட்கிய தெளிவே.
In translation, it says, O Lord, with the beauty of your smile and the sweetness of your lips, you have won over the hearts of your devotees, making us forget all worldly distractions. See how beautifully the Alvar has described the lips of Sri Venkateswara. Its meaning is, this verse associates the divine smile and lips of Lord with his ability to captivate the hearts of his devotees. Through his smile and words, the Lord draws the devotees away from the mundane and leads them toward spiritual fulfillment. In another verse, Nammalwar in his Tirumuli 4.39 describes the profound impact of Lord's words.
அடியேன் பசும்பொன் மார்புக்கு உலன் காமெழும்பும் வீசும் ஆழிப்படியேனே கருமாமகன் விரும்புவேன் சிவகெண்ட காமங்களை.
In translation, we can say the verse sounds his divine speech emanating from his lips is like a nectar to the ears of the devotees. When we hear his name, we are filled with love and all our troubles fade away. See, the beautifully Nammalwar describes it about the lips of Lord Sri Venkateswara. When you pay the lips of Lord Venkateswara, all our troubles will be fade away. See the greatness of the lips of Sri Venkateswara. That is why I wanted to tell you devotees and bhaktas about the miracles and the sacredness of the each part of Sri Venkateswara. Here, the verse highlights the transformative and healing power of Lord Sri Venkateswara's speech. The sound of his words coming from his lips is compared to the nectar, sweet, healing and uplifting. It signifies how his words purify the hearts of devotees and grant them peace and spiritual fulfillment. Nammalwar in his Tirumuli 1.2.10 says,
அங்கு நற்றது இருபொழுதும் அணையது அங்கு வந்த மலைக்கு அருளம் புரிகின்றான் அங்கு வந்தவே எம்பெருமாளின் பெருமை.
In translation, the verse says, his supreme power, which is worshipped by all beings in various forms, grant his divine grace, blessings and protection. See the beauty of this verse by Nammalwar. Nammalwar describes the Lord's presence as the most wondrous aspect of creation. His influence is vast and all-encompassing, the providing devotees with peace, respect and divine blessings. Another verse from Periyalvar in his Tirumuli 9.10.10, it mentions,
பரவி நடஞ்செய்து ஆராய்த்தி அருள் புரிந்த பரிமளத்திற் பெருமையாய் அன்புடையானு.
In translation, it says, the words from Lord Venkateswara lips, imbued with his divine power, transform the hearts of devotees, bringing them joy, happiness and bliss. The verse highlights the immense power of Lord's words. The smile and words of Lord Sri Venkateswara have extraordinary ability to uplift the devotees, transforming them spiritually, emotionally, leading them to the state of peace and progress. So by way of worshipping, a devotee can get peace and also progress in their life. In another important verse by Talakiyar Alvar in his Tiruvakai 10.4.7, it mentions that
உறங்காது நினைத்து உளிரும் உருகும் போய் பெற்று பிடிக்கையில் தோல் வெண்ணும் முன்னிறப்ப.
In translation, the verse says, the words and the divine presence of Lord Venkateswara bring comfort and love to his devotees, guiding them the spiritual perfection and offering them protection. This verse emphasizes the importance of the divine speech and the overall presence of Lord Sri Venkateswara, which not only provides solace and love but also protects the soul and leads to spiritual wholeness. Sri, the greatness of Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips. In another Tiruvali 5.7.5 Akkurya verse, it mentions as
உலகு கொண்ட உலகத்தை உரக்கும் மாயா சாணசாலையாயிற்கொள்கின்ற செய்கை பரவமின்.
In translation, the verse says, the words of Lord Sri Venkateswara have the power to unite all things in the world, infusing them with divine love and wisdom. His blessings bind everything in perfect unity. In this verse, Akkurya describes the Lord's words as having the ability to harmonize all aspects of existence, uniting them with divine grace, supreme knowledge and love. We had a detailed discussion with the references mentioned in Vedas, Puranas and Itihasas and Tamil Alwars about the mentioning of Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips. Now, let us look into the aspects of the benefits of praying Lord Venkateswara's lips. The lips of Lord Venkateswara are instruments through which his words of wisdom, mercy and protection are delivered. By meditating upon the praying to his lips, devotees can receive immense spiritual benefits and attain liberation from the cycles of suffering. Here are some valuable insights and advices on how to worship Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips to get the benefits. Number 1. When a devotee prays the Lord's lips, they are essentially aligned themselves with the cosmic power of speech, which brings forth wisdom and divine knowledge. Second one is, his lips carries the power to dispel ignorance and bring peace. Through his meditation, one can purify the mind and attain greater wisdom, aligning themselves with the divine plan of creation and protection. The third one is, when a devotee prays his lips, they are invoking his divine grace, which can remove their worldly burdens and grant them strength to overcome challenges and lead them towards spiritual fulfillment. Fourth one is seeking his grace to cleanse the mind of negativity and sorrow. Those who seek the Lord's blessings through his divine speech will experience the comfort of his presence and the divine protection he offers. Fifth one is, when devotee prays to his lips, they are invite healing to their lives, whether physical, mental or emotional. The Lord's words have the power to uplift and rejuvenate the soul, guiding it away from the sufferings and toward eternal bliss. The sixth benefit you will be getting by praying the lips of Sri Venkateswara is, devotees who are facing personal difficulties or health challenges should offer their prayer to the Lord's lips, seeking relief and divine intervention. The healing power of his divine words is beyond human comprehension, but sincere faith and devotion can bring them miraculous transformations. The seventh one is, his divine speech has the power to liberate devotees from cycle of birth and death and guide them towards moksha. When devotees pray to his lips, they invite divine wisdom to their hearts and transcend worldly attachments, ultimately realizing the supreme truth. The eighth one is, the God's lips not merely an object of worship, but a channel through which they can attain enlightenment. This liberation can only be achieved through unwavering devotion, disciplined prayer and selfless service to the Lord Venkateswara. Ninth one is, praying to his lips fosters a deeper connection with the divine and nurtures an intimate relationship with Lord Sri Venkateswara. Before concluding, let us sum up the entire aspect we have discussed about Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips. In conclusion, worshipping Lord Sri Venkateswara's lips holds deep spiritual significance and offers immense benefits to both the devotees and also by meditating on the divine speech and praying with the devotion, one can attain wisdom, spiritual fulfillment and liberation. The Lord's lips represent the purest form of divine grace, eloquence and power, which when invoked through prayer can transform the lives of his devotees. Through the power of his words, Lord Sri Venkateswara offers comfort, healing and guidance to those who seek his refuge. Devotees should approach his divine lips with the humility and devotion, knowing that by invoking his speech, they are embracing the path of righteousness, wisdom and liberation. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Every Hindu is worshipping Lord Sri Venkateswara every day and visiting the temple of Tirumala for his darshan. But we are not aware of the secrets of each part of Lord Sri Venkateswara's. That is why I have taken this exercise to explain the secrets behind each part of the Lord Sri Venkateswara. I request you to forward this talk to your friends and group people and subscribe the channel to know more about Hindu culture and civilization. Thank you very much. Thank you.